Okay, kia ora team. Los Papalii here at the home of the brave, Scorpions, best club in New Zealand. I'm here with Karlene. I've been coaching Karlene. This will be her third year. So just going to talk about my performance and relational characteristics and getting Karlene's feedback as a player. And also Karlene will be part of our admin staff this year at the Scorpions as well. So without further ado, I'll get straight into it. I'll talk about my two performance characteristics, and then I'll go on to my relational characteristics that I believe in as a coach. My first one is integrity for performance. My integrity is key to how I operate as a coach. It is the forefront of everything I do. For me, that means everything I plan, say to players, my teams, I will action to the best of my ability. This is important to me as I feel it builds a good rapport with players and builds the trust needed to build a strong foundation in our team. My second performance characteristic is being courageous. Being courageous is important to me because I believe in order for teams or players to grow, especially teams that struggle with performance, I as a coach need to make decisions in our team that not all will agree with or may not even believe in. To introduce new systems, processes or policies in a team or club that's used to the status quo, it takes a courageous coach to implement his or her way of operating. Even something as simple as team selection, it takes a lot of courage to select the team that you believe in, because not everyone will always agree on that selection. So being courageous and integrity is my two performance characteristics. Would you say you agree with that?
Yeah, 100% I can agree with that. With the integrity characteristic that you talked about, can definitely vouch that you're a type of coach that is a man of his word. So from experience during the trainings, the things that you make us do is nothing that you can't do. And I think that's really, we see that as a team, and it gives us that sense of solidarity within the team, and it's like really good to have that. And then what's it again?
Courageous.
Courageous. We definitely see that virtue or that characteristic as a coach from you. The things that you plan for us, we definitely see the effort and the planning that you do before the trainings and what we do during the trainings. It's like there's something always there, something that what I like about is in our team is that we might think that the things that you plan for us are crazy or are hard until we actually do it. And then it's things like that that make us believe in ourselves. And we actually, the thing is, we learn that you believe in us. And I think it's the importance of you helping us to believe in ourselves to be able to do what we thought we couldn't do. And yeah, so I agree with both those points.
Cool. Oh, awesome, thank you. So the next 2 points is relational characteristics that I believe, again, are my top two when it comes to coaching. The first one is honesty, or being honest. Honesty is a key component for me to gain respect from players. Some may not agree or like my honesty, but they're highly likely to respect me more for being honest as opposed to being less forthcoming. I feel an honest and genuine coach is a coach more trustworthy and that players can rely on. And my second relational characteristic is being empathetic. Being empathetic for me is crucial to building a rapport with any player. If I believe that's the best way to get the best out of any player, I'll need to get to know their story as a person, not just as a player. Without empathy, we risk taking a player at face value at trainings and games, and we could miss red flags that would impact on a player's performance. An empathetic coach may see signs in a player needing help or support due to external issues and can try and minimize the impact of those issues that those issues can have on a player's performance. However, a coach that's less likely to empathize may totally miss signs in players struggling internally and is likely to struggle to correct performance issues in that player. What would you say about that? Would you agree, disagree?
Yeah, that first one I would agree with. What was the characteristic? Honesty. Yeah, I think that that definitely describes your coaching style. Like, I think the main thing that I get from that is that your best interests are for the team, and there's no like, I don't know, I guess like shortcuts, or no like, oh okay, you're less harsh on some things, or like you're not gonna, like you'll turn a blind eye to some things. I think you're really straightforward, honest, which I think is really important, and fair to the team as a whole. And then that second one, which was
Empathetic.
Oh, yeah, I think that definitely describes you as well as a coach. 3 years being like a player and under your coaching, I can definitely vouch for me and a lot of my teammates that you have been more than just a coach, like in the sport rugby, like the sport of rugby league. You've helped in so many ways, like outside of league as well. And we just love that when you say that you have our backs, or like you got us, not just on the field, that you actually show and come through with what you say as well, and like you do what you say, and that means a lot. Not just having someone say, okay, I got you, but then when we're in need outside of the fields, outside of the trainings that we do, you actually come through for us. And I think yeah, that means a lot to us as players, and it actually helps us to put more trust into you and what you like have planned for us as a team. And being empathetic towards like our own stories and our personal lives as well. I think that it really helps us to engage more into the trainings that we do, knowing that there's that trust, that bond, and just that connection, both on the field and off the field. And yeah, I agree with that totally.
Cool, thanks for that. You're gonna make me cry. That's cool. Thank you so much, Karlene, for your input and your feedback. Really appreciate it. You're gonna see Karlene on the field this year. Hopefully she's cracking it in those rep teams. But yeah, thank you, Whānau. That's us for today.
Thank
Scorpions,
you.
what? Hey.